Welcome back, my friends. Well, the list of companies laying off employees just continues to get longer. Soon, it will not be a question of which company is laying people off, but who not. And, today we are hearing news that CNN is readying for layoffs. In fact, there have already been some layoffs at CNN. But, as I am sure you already know, cable TV is struggling in general. CNN's parent Warner Bros. Discovery is also struggling to find its footing as a new company. All of this comes as consumers are cutting the cable. Streaming services have grown over the past decade, somewhat at the expense of cable companies. But streaming services are also reaching the limits of their growth. And a weakening macroeconomic environment has corporate marketers cutting their ad spending. So TV and streaming services are finding themselves in something of the same boat these days. The overall entertainment market has fragmented along with the rise of the internet in general. So, I suppose that we all could have predicted it. This video continues our coverage of the wave of layoffs sweeping the United States. What does it mean for big tech companies? What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. CNN named a new CEO recently and his name is Chris Licht. Since taking the top job at CNN in April, Licht conducted a business review of the entire network. That evaluation concluded last week. And as you might expect, and CNN employees are about to learn about the conclusions. Licht and CNN are facing more business challenges than ever before. Like practically everything in the cable TV world, the business is shrinking. Advertising and pay TV subscriber fees are the source of revenue for CNN. But millions of Americans cut the cable every year in favor of streaming services. No cable company can raise subscription rates at a fast enough to counteract declining viewer numbers. Profit at CNN is about to decline below $1 billion in 2022 for the first time since 2016. Shares in parent company Warner Bros. Discovery have fallen by half since its debut on the public exchanges. Net subscriber growth is basically out of the question for now. As we have discussed so many times on this channel, macroeconomic pressures have shrunk advertising revenue. Licht has been issued strict orders from Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav. He is to transform CNN and right-size the business. Of course, that is code speak for layoffs, and maybe a few other major cuts. CEO Licht sent a memo to all employees basically telling them that layoffs are coming later in 2022. There is widespread concern over the global economic outlook, Licht said. And we must factor that risk into our long-term planning, Licht added. All this together will mean noticeable change to this organization, Licht also added. These changes will not be easy because they will affect people, budgets, and projects, Licht also noted. Zaslav, himself, is hard at work doing the same sort of transformation for the rest of the Warner Bros. Discovery business empire. Zaslav has ordered business division heads across the company to transform their units and find ways to cut costs. All in all, Warner Bros. Discovery plans to cut 1,000 positions before the end of the year. Right now, Warner Bros. Discovery has 40,000 employees. But, no specific number of positions or percentage of the company was given by Zaslav. It is well known that Licht believes that parts of CNN have become bloated with extraneous employees. Some unpopular podcasts have already been eliminated from CNN's audio division. CNN's NFT marketplace has been closed. CNN Plus was killed. That was a fledgling streaming service. It was something of a pet project strongly promoted by former CNN head Jeff Zucker. Some of the network content is also changing, like to stop overusing breaking news banners. And the lineup of popular shows is changing somewhat already. Network stars like Jake Tapper and Don Lemon are part of the shifting landscape. CNN is set to have a new morning show next month. Many shows, routines, and personalities are very entrenched at CNN. And winning over employees and having good morale will not be easy. When Zaslav called and offered me the job, he told me what he was looking for out of CNN, Licht said. And Licht said, that is exactly the kind of network I would like to see. There's no daylight between his vision for this network and my vision for this network. The only reason why I took this job is because it was him in charge. I thought, I can deliver this for him, Licht also noted. Jeff Zucker was the previous head of CNN. Zucker was quite a driving force and he was beloved by employees. He was involved in many big decisions practically every day. He was the driving force of the network, involved in every decision of significance on a daily basis. And he provided daily feedback on the major endeavors of the people who worked for him. Zucker was beloved by many employees who very much liked his attention to detail and how he cared about their careers. Zucker was a singular figure in American media, said CNN reporter Brian Stelter the day after Zucker resigned. Licht is purposefully taking a different approach than Zucker. Licht is avoiding saying what he thinks about individual show choices, according to people familiar with his leadership style, said one source. Licht said that he is trying to empower executive producers and show producers to drive the decision-making process by themselves. Licht is more of a delegator who wants employees to hear their marching orders directly from their managers rather than from the top. Under the Zucker regime, employees would wait for Zucker's blessing before acting. So, we will see how things go under the new CEO at CNN. And we will now be able to track the financial developments at Warner Bros. Discovery now that it is a public company. It will not be easy or straightforward as this difficult macroeconomic environment. Inflation is raging in most parts of the world. Central banks are aggressively raising interest rates in order to tame inflation. Consumers' budgets are getting tighter because of having to spend more on gas and food. So, consumer discretionary spending is weakening. Corporate marketers are cutting their ad budgets, especially online. And ad revenue is the lifeblood of many big tech companies. You probably all remember from the round of Q2 earnings announcements a few months ago. Google and Meta platforms reported decidedly disappointing Q2 earnings. Meta has posted shrinking revenue for 2 quarters and maybe a third quarter as well. Meta has begun quietly pushing out a significant number of employees. Meta is trying to cut costs by at least 15% by the end of the year. Shares in Meta platforms are down by over 50% so far this year. And the market capitalization of Meta has fallen by over $685 billion since its all-time peak in September 2021. The market capitalization of Google is down 27% over the past 122 months. Speaking at the Vox Code conference, Mr. Pichai said that Google needs to be 20% more productive. Snap has publicly announced layoffs of 20% of its employees. This year, it is clear that Wall Street analysts are valuing profitability over prospective growth. As a result, unprofitable tech companies' shares are getting punished. It seems that the day of reckoning for tech unicorns has arrived. And all companies are forced to either be profitable, find a merge partner, or die. The window for initial public offerings is effectively closed. That is why some Wall Street investment bankers are predicting a wave of tech mergers later this year. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.